Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, guys, so I'm officially here late as always. You guys know I'm a chronically late person. I'm trying my best to manage my time, but I would say that's one of my flaws. I'm always freaking late. Time management is a hassle for me. I'm working on it. Anyways, we're here to do our March reading wrap up as well as our April pick for this month. It is already April 10th, no, 11th. So yes, it's April 11th at 3:46 in the afternoon, and we are officially gonna just do this video, get it over with so I can give it to you guys and not be a total drag, okay? One sec, let me go. Okay, yes. First off, let's talk about what we read in the month of March. I'm not gonna even try to pretend that I did a good month. I don't think that I did a good month because the books that I was supposed to read, I had 6 prompts first off. So let's backtrack. Last month I picked 6 prompts and I think I only read 3 of those prompts. 3 or no, maybe 2. Oh my god, wait. Wait. Let me look at the prompts for last month and I can tell you exactly. Okay, I read 1, 2. So out of the 6 prompts that I got for the month of March, I only read 2 of them. And those 2 were Broken Ties by Jay Bree and A Breaking of Realms by Jasmine Young. Wait, let me tell you what happened because ridiculous. So let's go my Goodreads because I think I updated my Goodreads. Let us see. So I'm back. I figured it out. Let's say I officially read 11 books in the month of March. Whew. I don't know. Um, oh, I don't have any freaking lashes on and any mascara on, and still my eyes are playing games with me. Oh, back to what I was saying. I have no clue how the hell I read 11 books, but that's what my Goodreads is saying. And I feel like it's lying as well because I read some stuff that is not for social media to know. So, yeah, let's say I officially read 11 books in the month of March. Okay? And you guys will never know, and you will never know what's on my Kindle. Ever. Ever. Okay? Stuff that I am proud of behind closed doors and off of this camera. Okay? I'm done. Okay, I'm finished. Anyways, I was saying, read 11 books. I don't know how the hell that happened. Amazing month. But at the same time, how the hell did I only read 2 out of my 6 prompts? Like, isn't that wild? I know how that happened, but still, how the hell did that happen? You know what I mean? Anyways, let's get into the books that I did read. So I started the month before I even did my prompts. I read The Alpha Who Rejected His Mate, a dark rejected mate werewolf romance. And that is by Mara Blackwell. I was not a fan of that book. Obviously, it's a rejected mate's book. I love me a rejected mate. So I saw it and I was like, ooh, dark romance. Sign me up. I was ready, but it wasn't good. It was like more of a novella. It was very short. And my expectation was very high for this book. However, it was very confusing. The storyline was just all over the place. First, it was a situation where he had total control and he was a man of great integrity and he was known for all the control he had over not only himself but the pack. However, all of a sudden it went into a situation where he lost control, and it wasn't even a serious loss of control. And then all of a sudden, the elders are telling him what to do. and the pack is shunning him and they're not listening to him. And it, they both, him and the girl, had no control over where they were staying. And it was just a mess and it made absolutely no sense. And I gave it a 1. And that's usually not my thing. I don't usually give books a 1, but it was really bad and I just couldn't manage to give it anything more than a 1. Like, the author needed to go back and do a better job with explaining what was happening. She needed to do a better job with writing overall. The plot wasn't good. The expectation based on the description of the book and then you know, the cover of the book as well, it was just so high, and then the book was just a letdown. So I would definitely say this is one where you don't judge a book by its covers or its description as well. So yeah, it's a 1. The next book that I read was A Breaking of Realms by Jasmine Young. Let me just say, this book, 5 stars. 5 stars. Absolutely freaking fantastic. Let me read the description for you, like, so you can know what the book was about. So it says, when the wrong dragon chooses the wrong rider, their bond will echo across empires. With fire and a new throne, realm building is open to the Republic. On the continent of Elandria, anyone may become the next legendary dragon rider by building the greatest towns, cities, and even kingdoms. Skalda Branwright dreams of leaving the remote glaciers of home to become the first dragon lord to build a realm. Only no dragon egg has ever hatched for her, but when a hatchling falls to her from another world, begging for rescue, she must decide whether to surrender her dragon to the brutal elvish elites or become the worst criminal of all, a rogue rider. Yet, this is no ordinary dragon. The elves would do anything to purge it. And by the time Scholar discovers why, it's much too late. Bonding this beast will come at a steep cost, breaking herself to become something she may not be ready for, and eliminating the elves that created the rules of realm building. The same war machine that manufactures humans into riders to serve elf kind. A queen will rise out of blood and dragonfire, but love from the wrong bond has caused that might what but love from the wrong bond has caused that might burn far more than realms. Yeah, that wasn't written correctly. Daenerys meets Violet Sorrengail in this gritty fantasy rift with Game of Thrones, blah blah blah. That other part don't matter because they like to promote popular books to tell you, hey, it's like this. But I will say, as somebody who has realmed, as somebody who has read Fourth Wing, this book, oh my God, is so freaking good. And I cannot compare to the two. Maybe if you're saying like, yeah, there are dragon riders in this book, and there's a young lady who defies all odds and is not weak and is smart and witty and just a fantastic fighter and a person overall. Yes, let's compare it that way. But this book was freaking 5 stars, and I was so captivated by this first book that I decided to read all 4 books. I went into it one after the other, and by the time I caught my breath, I was already on the third book. And I was like, you know what? This is going really good. I need to continue. And I read all 4 books. I don't think there's a fifth book out as yet. I am definitely going to check to see if there's something coming out anytime soon. But this author does have, Jasmine Young, she does have more books in this realm. So I'm gonna read those as well. It was so freaking good. So good. 4 stars. 4 stars. So I read all 4 of her the books in that series, even though I did have something that said one of the prompts that I picked was to continue a series. Well, maybe I started and finished a series. So that was freaking fantastic. Her second book was Banishing of Kings, and I give that 5 stars as well. Just the continuation, the writing, I did not know where this book was going, and it surprised me so much at how good it was. Then I continued to the third book. I gave that a 4 stars. I thought it was freaking fantastic, but it was not as good as the first two books, but still pretty freaking close. And then the fourth book, oh, I was crying. I was throwing up. I was yelling. The emotional turmoil and roller coaster that I was on in the fourth book, which is called uh, Battling of Continents. Okay, yeah. And 5 stars. 5 stars. Her writing is just so freaking good. And I need you guys to go read this series because it was fantastic. And Scalda, oh, it did I mention it has dragons, different types of dragons. It has dire wolves, like big, big, big legendary wolves. I think they're dire wolves. I can't remember what kind of wolves they are, but I think they're dire wolves. Um there are sea creatures, other sky creatures, there are trolls, there are elves, there are what else? Oh my god, there's just so many freaking things. There are witches or wizards, people with magic. Just, I think every kind of magical, mythical creatures you can think of was cramped in these goddamn books, and it just flowed so well. The storyline flowed well. There are multiple main characters, and I've never read a series where it's a new MMC came in and he fits so well with the FMC. I don't usually read books where there are multiple FMCs, multiple not FMCs, MMCs, and they fit so well with the FMCs unless it's like reverse harem or just what do you call it? Not just reverse harem, but faded mates. If they're faded mates or reverse harem, then yes, they fit well with the FMC. But this, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. It was like, hey, this is one MMC that she really liked, and they were like really into each other, but something happened, and boom, that didn't work out. And then there's another MMC, and something happened, and they were all in love, but then they were on opposite sides. And then there's another one, and let me tell you, right? Ooh, the romance is so freaking good. The romance is so good, and the romance is a subplot. The romance is a subplot. The romance is not the main plot of this goddamn books. Listen, can you hear how excited I am? And I'm yapping and I'm rambling on, and this freaking video is already over 10 minutes long. So let's move on. Then I decided to read Broken Ties, which is a broken bond POV from J. Bree, and this is book 7. So this book was the first book, which was Broken Bonds. It's a retelling from the MMC's POV. So I read that and I loved it, and it was fantastic, and it really did show from the guy's point of view how much they really actually wanted to be with her, but they were so hurt by her choosing not to be with them and them not realizing that she was trying to protect them all along. As I said, this is the first book and it's just from their point of view, and we didn't know she was trying to protect them until like later on in the first book or the second book. Yeah, later on in the second book, when she had a conversation. No, the first book when she had a conversation with Griffin about wanting to protect them, and she had to do it for them, and she wanted them so bad. She wanted her bond. So yeah, in the first book, let me. Ow. I don't know why my nose is running a lot. Anyways, so freaking fantastic, and because it was fantastic, and I just read this, and it's considered the first book, I kind of went ridiculous and like haywire, and I'm like, hey, time for my yearly reread, and I decided to reread the next 5 or 6 freaking books, the next 6 books that's in this series, and I kind of went off the rails there. Just like I went off the rails with A Breaking of Realm as well by Jasmine Young, I went off the rails with Jay Bree once again, and I kind of messed up my entire March picks. But you know what? You guys know, for me, I love reading, and it's not a full-time job or anything like that. I am an accountant. That is my main job. I love my job. I will never stop being an accountant. I will never stop doing accounting and finance work, but I do enjoy reading, and getting back into reading in 2022, I think, was definitely one of the best decisions I have made, because I have been enjoying the hell out of it. I have started other hobbies as well, like puzzles. What else? What else? I'm doing a lot of other stuff. Oh, I'm baking a lot as well, so that's another hobby of mine. What I'm trying to remember all the things I've been doing, but I've been doing a lot more things that is pushing me away from just work, 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 because I do work quite a lot, and I feel like that's my only enjoyment, work, which is absolutely ridiculous, but I do love my job. I love, it sounds weird, but I love counting. I love me some money, even when the money is not my money and I can't spend the money, but I love managing people's money, and I just love the whole dynamic of finance and accounting, and I enjoy it quite a lot. And I am in the midst of getting certain certificates and everything done, so I could be like, hey, yes, I am a professional, even though I'm already a professional. Just adding more certificates and stuff to my name. But I have been doing other hobbies, and I've been enjoying it quite a lot. And I know I need to start filming and editing more. I do have content from my old home that I am presently editing, or in the works to be edited, but this is going to go up now so you guys can have it, and yeah, we can go from there. But yeah, guys, I ended up reading just 11 books, and I did have quite a good time. I don't know if I want to keep these 4 books, because the other one is on my Kindle. I don't know if I want to keep these on my for my April TBR, because I do want to read these. I don't think I want to discard them. I do want to read my physical books and just my picks in general. So I think I'm going to keep these 4 and just do two more prompts. That's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to keep these 4 and read 2 more prompts. So I'm going to remind you guys of the 4 that I have here. Flock by Kate Stewart, and it's the Ravenhood series. Maggie Stivater. Maggie Stivater. Maggie Stivater. Okay, I'm butchering the hell out of her last name, but that's what it is. And this is Shiver. The next one is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. And the final one is The Wrath of the Fallen by Amber V. Nicole. So let's continue and pick 2 more prompts, okay? A book you keep putting off. I think we had this last month. Let me check. Yeah, a book you keep putting off. Last month we had that as A Court of Wings and Ruin. So we're not gonna choose this prompt. We're gonna put that aside and let's choose something else. So anything we chose last month, we're not gonna choose again because we pretty much have almost all of them. Ooh, a pretty cover. Pretty cover. Let's go check my bookshelf. A pretty cover. I have so many books that they're so freaking pretty. A pretty cover, pretty cover, pretty cover. Oh, so many of them. Oh, so many of them. Oh, what is this? Is this book one? This book one? I think this is book one. Oh, let's go with this. Okay, so I think this is book one. Let's check. Book one, and I think this is a very pretty cover. I love the way it kind of looks like really gothy, and it has like wings. I see feathers in the back, and then I see lightning. So it says a Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Oh, I like her. She does really good freaking books. So yeah, Jennifer Armentrout, you are on my list for April. Let's, I think this is it. Is this it? No. Let's pick another one. No, this says continuous series. We picked that last time, so we're not gonna pick that again. Oh, oh, oh. Physical book. I think most of the books I've picked out are physical books. Let's see if we can find another one. Let's see if we can find another one. I think I'm gonna go with Red Rising for a physical book. I've heard a lot about this book, and this is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I've heard a lot about this book. It was on my For You page quite a bit in the past 2 years, but I've never picked it up. And I think I'm gonna give it a try. So, boom! These are my official pick for the month of April. And even though today it's the 11th, I still think that I can get through most of these because, as you can see, I read pretty quickly, and I do read quite a bit. The problem is deviating from what I actually have on my list, because once I start a series and it's freaking good, I can't help myself but to continue the series, and that's where I get myself in trouble. So we're gonna hold off and see what happens. But these are my picks for April. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a fantastic day. And when you're seeing this video, it is going to be Sunday, the 12th. Have a great Sunday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I don't post a lot on Instagram, but I'm going to start. So follow me on TikTok for sure, and follow me on Instagram. See you guys. Thanks for watching.